This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Please forgive me that will brief introduction of our community. So our ABC blockchain community is a community that welcomes everybody to join and to learn and apply and explore new blockchain technologies. So our community was initiated by a bunch of Google engineers, and right now we have evolved into an open community that everybody can join and can share their ideas about the blockchain. So we believe in the future of blockchain, but we have to devote the research and many engineering work to make it happen and change the world. So we have now over 2,000 members in all channels, and we have members around the big tech companies, and we have organized several events in the last year. So we have held the CTO party and the several tech talks and even one hackathon. So right now this is a weekly white paper journal event, and in this event everybody is welcome to be a speaker or the presenter. So it could be someone that's a researcher who wants to share some ideas about his own research, or someone that he wants to networkize his business, or someone that is a blockchain enthusiastic that wants to share his ideas with others. Okay, so we have several channels. So we have you can subscribe our YouTube channel, our Meetup, and also the Reddit. So there's some membership forms down there. So if you want to join our community, please sign up the form. Okay, so today we lucky to host our presenter Taylor from the TOP network, and he's going to talk about the decentralized communication on blockchain. So let's welcome Taylor.
Okay, hello. Just test. Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Taylor Wei, the CTO and the co-founder of Top Network. So it's a real pleasure to introduce a little bit about Top Network in this event. Before we go into the detail, we just a summary about a Top Network. So just few people know our Top project. So here is the summary. So Top Network is a decentralized open communication network that provides messaging, calling, VPN, those kind of service. This service is running on the blockchain. So if this is roughly is a snapshot. So on the underlying, there is a top chain network that is handle decentralized finance, and that is a top service network. That's the infrastructure layer for the top of communication service. So on top of them, there are a bunch of the service there. So it's like a VPN, messaging, and a CDN. So I want to introduce a little bit of background for Top Network, why we want to do that, so what's the future for that. So back to that. So when we started the project, we really look into the decentralized, what's the benefit it can bring for end user or industry, what's the demand from the end user. So when we really finalize it, like I said, is a big, huge opportunity for us. So from our point of view, is today is economic structure is changing, is bringing the new economy is coming. We call end-to-end economy, and sharing economy and the cloud economy. Those is a new thing. Is in the past 10 years, they will change it slowly and changing the world. So right now, the people is more famous, is like sharing economy and cloud economy. But in the future, it will be end-to-end economy will be going to more bigger. So end-to-end economy is actually, from our point of view, is like divided two parts: is person to person, machine to machine. So based on that, is that if value-backed assets will be another way. We just say blockchain is transfer value. So must the value back change to asset on the chain. So all of this one, they need a decentralized finance and decentralized service. So that is our vision. Say that is in the future will be the big opportunity for everybody. I think include here everybody here. Of course, with the 5G, IoT, Web 3.0, all of this is still needed there. So Web 3.0 is a term, it is not a finalized concept. Everybody has their own Web 3.0 definition. So if ask the people, they will get a different answer. But from our point of view, is the most important way. Direction is decentralized. So Web 3.0 it changed from the centralized to decentralized. So the decentralized web, they still need a classic application. So what classic applications they need? They need a browser, storage, video and only call, VPN and messaging. Of course, others. So top try to build something is for Web 3.0. So that's our the app. It's not developed by us, maybe the other people, but we say that is an opportunity. This is our top architecture. So from bottom to up, we have a different layer. On the underlying is network layer. It includes the top chain and the P2P communication network and the storage network. Based on that is service layer that provide a communication service. We call open communication service, include VPN and access via IP. Now both one is constructed by the miner or called service node. So the top network we provide is a SDK and API for DApp. So that SDK API includes the backend service. They is like a full stack communication service. They let the DApp very easy join the network. Of course, to let the DApp choose what the service provider they want. So we provide a decentralized service marketplace. The marketplace will match the service provider offer and bid from the client or user. They automatically based on decentralized consensus. So what's the top network core value can provide for community or industry? First of all, we provide a full stack cloud communication service. Is a common service is right corner. Is messaging, VPN, CDN. That's one. Second one is based on standard protocol. So we building on the communication stack on the ACCESS international common standard. That actually is promoted by Google and tele company, but they're not popular, more popular, but the standard is very good. Standard is good. So we based on that want to provide the interoperable between each D application. There be unified communication we call D. Third one, top network is not only brings the standard protocol and common service, they also very easy to build an ecosystem, so bring the ecosystem as well. So this top token bring the end user, tokenize them. So we based on the based on the top current user, we moving a top 50 million user will be to the top network. So the ecosystem we built from the day one. So we should use it on the decentralized communication stack. Yeah, well, just very quickly, what kind of application can be built on top network? Yes, typically application, those one. So is they have a common character is that they are digital application, means they are handled digitally. The digital is very friendly for blockchain because decentralized we have need consensus. They does not need the human involved. So that's easy, more easy to the leverage blockchain. So any communication app, I think is like those. It's still the digital layer. That's good for blockchain. So I would like to introduce BitVPN, a decentralized VPN service. We already developed them and on the App Store actually, but we not announced that. So it can be played. Can you click the play that one? I want to play this video to. Yeah. No sound. Okay.
The speaker. Okay.
Okay, just look at that one. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we want to show by the video, it bring more information. We're waiting to finish that. Is online we be see the video?
Pardon?
I mean the online user
Yes.
conference.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, actually we have the URL link on the PPT, so everybody can click the URL link. Play that. It's down should be. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, there's no sound in the video, but everybody can find the link on YouTube. The PPT is already shared on the WeChat, so everybody can get a PPT as well as a link, so you can play a little bit more. So BitVPN is the first decentralized VPN service on top network that it not only proves the technique and also be sure we can build the real product with real good quality that the end user will like. So as you know, the currently blockchain industry, the DF usually is not user friendly, but BitVPN will be changing that. The BitVPN is based on SkyVPN. The SkyVPN is a centralized VPN. Maybe everybody can download the SkyVPN try. That's the unblock is very, very good. So you can try on every country, even China or Iran, like that. So we actually announced the launch of the BitVPN 0.5 version on the App Store, but we already are waiting for a good time to release to public to everybody. So, but here we just show you a little bit of information here. So BitVPN is based on an open communication network, so decentralized open network communication. So just like at the beginning we said, top network we have two parts actually. It's top chain network, top service network. So BitVPN based on top service network and integrate our testnet, blockchain testnet. When we announce that, everybody can try that one. Yeah, decentralized VPN. So what's the benefit to using top? So top network and the user is not only decentralized use and the user, also about commercial use. When we use a good should be the client, I mean the app. So if you want to build some in-house applications, they want to integrate the communication feature. That is a huge cost for them. They need to hire the people, building the team, and develop the communication stack. They both ask the experience knowledge, domain knowledge for network. If we build on video or voice call something, you need some codec engineer. So it's a long cycle to build them. Not only the money, but it's also time. So top network provide full stack SDK and service. You can think that's a network as service or infrastructure as service and direct communication service. So that kind of service for even the commercial app, they also will easily integrate them. So from developer point, so top SDK actually include more things for they are already abstract and decentralized thing. But the in-house solution, just I mentioned, is a huge cost there. So on top level, they already a network. The community already built that one. So you doesn't need to deploy network, doesn't maintain them. So all by down is blockchain or decentralized service. Actually, one more benefit in like, so you can tokenize your app. So that's just a rough compare between the using top network solution or in-house solution, how can benefit the real end user or client.
Can we ask question now? Or do you
Okay, yeah, you can.
So what's the disadvantages? What's the bad part of using top network versus like a centralized solution?
What's the best one?
What's the bad part?
Bad part, okay. Bad part, first one, you need to familiar the decentralized concept. Yes, the top network.
From user point, from user
From user point of view, it's case by case. Different applications have different user experience. For example, VPN, actually, we will get a better user experience than centralized VPN.
also.
Since we are building the Sky VPN, is centralized VPN. We know for VPN, actually user concern 4 things. One is anti-block. Second one, privacy. Third one, security. That last one is speed. So from decentralized VPN, they can provide, a lot of node is from the user, end user. So the end user, it becomes the node. So from the very simple one, it's where like the client can be connected in the IP. They have a huge amount of IP address.
Yeah, I think this is still part of the benefit. I'm talking about the shortcoming. For example, one of the key part about VPN privacy is that I don't want anybody to lock my access, right?
Yeah.
And with distributed decentralized way, you don't know who's logging your access.
Yeah.
You're going to like pornhub.com, people know, hey, you're going there.
Yes.
Or they're in the middle to do some like a snooping of your communications.
Yeah.
And
So
how would you feel? I mean, centralized way you could actually trust certain third party and say, yeah, this is well-known third party, I'm going to trust them.
yeah.
This is part of the blockchain network's issue. How can I trust individual players in there that will not try to be doing bad things to me? And what are you doing to help them?
Yes, that's I said it case by case. Even for VPN, how developers there, what technology using is different story. For example, just a privacy. If you just a developer, you have a simple VPN based on something decentralized platform, you direct connect one node. Okay, so all information going that node. The node is made individual provide. So actually, individual can get more information than corporation actually. But if you use an end-to-end technology and using smart routing, something like that, you will be distribute your content in different routing, different node, and each node don't know the data is where to go. So actually, the one node, from their point of view, they cannot know the data. They just get one piece. So that is why I said it depends on how you use this technology.
Does Top provide that?
Yeah, the BitVPN is developed this kind of manner.
What are the cash inflows for your token?
Sorry?
What are the cash inflows for your token? Like what's the value exactly pegged to? Like where does money into the system?
Oh, that's is a big problem, big question in the answer. This is depends on marketing because the reward get is by top token. So what's the value for top token on the current marketing is dynamic, right? But if the top network service is like a country, you have huge amount transaction is like a GDP, and you don't inflation your token. So eventually the token price will be going up. So the people can be predictable what kind of price, what kind of benefit to get. So they can decide if they are joining the network by their own PC or other node.
Okay, so you're basically relying on like speculation and I'm assuming like the Metcalfe's law with
I can talk about a little bit more on the next, the later slide. We have the slide about the economic incentive. So back to the question is, they have the back point, but depends on how to solve them. Even the centralized, every company, they even go into the same product. They have different, same style products. They have different advantage or disadvantage. So it cannot be paired directly. Okay.
So basically, when user want to access a website, he will connect to a maybe a point and then split to multiple paths to different VPN provider, right?
Yeah.
Is it like pack based?
Packet-based routing.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally packed dynamically. Each station is totally different. Even you same user from.
But they still need a distribution point, right?
Yes.
That
But
would be a Centralized.
So that's some I mean the inside of Sky VPN or Bit VPN how to solve the problem very well. So that's why we want to open the communication platform for everybody, but because every company, every people have a new idea how to provide a better user experience for people, maybe better product. Okay.
So just a question. So just trying to understand the mechanism when you use this VPN, even though it's VPN, but your traffic actually is sent to all the nodes on the top network.
Not all node either. Yeah, it's random choose some node and based on the quality, based on the reputation, based on bandwidth of a manufacturer, so determine one. But it is a decentralized rule. It's not controlled by some single corporation or something.
So you underneath the top network, is it gossip or is it actually
Gossip is just one node, but we're not using to the transmissions of data. They're just using to manage.
But for VPN traffic, you would set up a path.
Yes, several
And the
paths.
path for every packet will be random.
It's random.
So, okay.
So not all the node will see the data.
Yes.
Only the in node.
Actually, between the user and the end node, they have a lot of intermediate nodes there, the hop by hop. But based on client or user, if you want more privacy, you can pay more money. Going,
Like more relays.
yeah, more relay. Yeah, exactly. Not working. Okay, somebody help? Oh, yeah. Before jump to technology side, I mean, everybody is a technical guy, but I still want to show a little bit about other user base business point. So using top network, they have the advantage on the ecosystem. The reason is on today we have 3 centralized apps. There are over 50 million users and generate a huge amount of transaction every day. So we try to move them to the top service network from day one. So at that time, so top network ecosystem will be grow very fast because it brings a real business from day one. They have huge amount of transaction. It's ding tone. It's like a Skype and phone number, plus phone number. The Kami is a security messaging app. Actually, is we developed more than Telegram as Slack Signal. Sky VPN is a centralized VPN service. Actually, that number is very low. Is old. Right now is like over 15 million users, just 1 year. The reason is Sky VPN is very good on the anti-block, very fast.
When you say 15 million users, do you mean like monthly active user or daily active?
The total user.
So it's like registered user.
Sorry.
So it's like registered user or download
Register user download.
or download like 50 million download.
Yes, not is a download, is a real user. Real user.
50 million
Real user.
unique download individual.
Yeah, real user.
So how much for like monthly active user? Or
I can show you just one thing, one number is about Sky VPN. Is over 100, 1 million, how to say it? Once 150万如果是 yeah, yeah, the daily user. Daily active user, yeah. That's why I say it's a huge number of transactions. So that's why we have to develop our own top chain, because the current none of chain can handle this kind of volume. and very easy ecosystem develop. Just I said, yeah. So we are moving the user and the service into decentralized service network. But at the other end, our top network, the node is be more easy join. It can be say like you not a hardware specialized requirement. For example, your PC, your home router can be changed, can become the node. And one node can be sold multiple service. So in that way is one node could be easily get more reward by top token. I mean more money.
So your users still pay the relay nodes directly, right?
Depends on your service. A different service, for example, messaging is very, very tiny. If you pay one messaging directly, it's a problem.
You do it a subscription or bundle or individual message, the node still paid by the user directly.
Is different. I mean, as a case by case, it depends on what's the kind of node. With the top system, like a service node, just like you said.
For all these applications, the main concern about for networking service is privacy and security, right?
Yeah.
So if I pay you as a relay node, you as a top chain, you kind of manage all this relay network in a random kind of way.
Yeah.
But once I pay you, you know that I'm the one that own that transaction.
Yeah.
So you know, based on the transaction, you know that's me who are getting your traffic. That way you stitch up all this information, you know what access I'm doing, right?
I think your question it can split 2 or 3 small questions. I mean, it's just like it depends on node. If the node is service provider, okay, VPN service provider, so end user or client choose that one, okay. So they end user already choose that. So it's the first one. Second one is even the client choose that service provider, that not mean the service provider know who you are, because they just own an account address just to get a top token, have not a big relationship with the real world. Third one, we have to actually end user not only pay to one service provider. Just I mentioned VPN, your session, your data going to different service provider. So one service provider just only get one piece data. So that data is not much value for them. So even you know them, not a big impact for end user.
I understand what you're saying, but what we found out is that at the end, whenever there's an account paying someone, this is the paper trail that can be tracked. And account number will never be secure because you can always you can join the relay network by listening and find out who's the closest to know and find out who's the real address behind. So there's always kind of ways to figure out account and IP address correlations. And it's very difficult to actually solve that way. If there's a marketplace, that's what I'm asking you is that if someone then you create another centralized solution that kind of that has the information. You pay that and then I know you are the one paying. I have to be trusted. So if I don't, then you pay him. Then somehow, somewhere, I'll be able to and know you are accessing certain websites.
Yeah, but I think privacy is a different angle. For VPN, more about your content, your data, actually. Yes, some people is more concerned with full IMI, but for currently VPN industry, the big problem is data.
Yeah, just know that you have access.
Yeah.
You, like for example, you and him are talking to each other. I don't know what you're talking about, but you and him are talking to each other. Then it's a concern because you might be the one everybody is looking at.
Yes, I know.
It's by default the backline.
Yeah.
And I know he's talking to you. Then I try to figure out why he's talking to you. I don't need to look at your content. I just drag it into the office and ask you why you did it.
Yeah. So that question is like about France. I can say is not a complete solution to 100% solve them, but if you know there is a large number of nodes there, several hop the relay, and your content is distributed. So in that case, actually, either of me is difficult to understand who and where you're there.
So if I want to be secure enough, I actually can pay more to get more
Right, you camouflage. You pay a bunch of people.
Yes.
And in fact, you don't use it for service, but you still pay. So, but I haven't.
For using, you can use that one.
But there's still, I was looking at this a lot because we are kind of in a similar area, and there's still messaging for IoT we're working on. So the one that we're looking at is very difficult to kind of separate transaction with relays. Once you do the transaction, then everybody knows who are you using.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, it still depends on what kind of node controlled by some people. If all node is harnessed as a good one, I think that's very difficult.
But you can have a
You
lot
can't
of
control them.
Yeah. So that's why you still cannot assume they are bad or evil guy, but eventually, most node should be harnessed. Yeah.
But you can have some evil nodes somewhere who's listening to all this traffic.
Yeah, but it cannot get a traffic. Yeah.
They cannot see the data.
They cannot see the
payload. They just know who is talking to.
Yeah, they just can listen the traffic that goes through that node.
When they look at that traffic, can they see what's the origination?
No. The only is a call bar where I call it XIP address.
You do relay, then you can hide it. The moment you pay, then it becomes an issue. That's the one.
Yeah, that's it like a payment. Yeah, if the payment must be provide account address. Yeah, even the decentralized account number. So that's why I say if we want to solve 100%, the no people know you know your account address. I think it is not a good direction for the blockchain. They go into some gray area. Is maybe evil guy more like this kind of thing.
Actually, that would be some smart contract. Like I need to pay you, I do not pay you, but I pay that smart contract, and I register I'm the receiver for that smart contract. If like 100% pay that smart contract and 100% receive payment for that smart contract, then you don't use the connection.
But still, it's checkable actually. Is still, but just more difficult, I think.
You can use smart contract.
Yeah, I think with Monero, there's something like that. Yeah, but Monero is a group payment basically, not a smart contract. Simple.
Yeah, smart contract is easier. You just register, hey, I provide service, I entitled to like 100 tokens.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to pay 100 tokens. And then you have like 100 transactions going on, then it's all massive mixed.
Yeah.
Probably that's it. Not just like quick solve. Maybe.
Yeah.
Look into Monero also. That's still so far.
Yeah, but it's the same concept, right? A bunch of money going in, and then you don't know who's paying for.
Bundle them, yeah. Yeah. So interesting.
But at the end, you still have to figure out who's paying who because the guy needs to be paid, and who's paying him.
Yeah, they just like it bring more barrier, more difficult to say like.
Depends on the smart contract size. Let's just say the 100 user paying to the smart contract, 100 receiver receive from the smart contract. The smart contract still need the receiver still will ask, hey, this is the proof I have that someone need to pay me, and the proof becomes a sticking point about who's paying.
Mm-hmm.
That we can talk about.
Yeah, the more
settlement and the bookkeeping miners. What do they do? What's the difference in the mining?
Here.
On the right hand side, settlement miners.
Okay. This is just a concept. For usually we call miner in blockchain industry. So at the beginning, miner is more preferred about a ledger. You recording, you do consent, so you get a reward. So it's called miner. But we top network, they another include the top service network. They actually provide a service to get a pay. So it's different model. But we still want to say treat them the same concept. It's called miner. So it's different miner. Is the chain miner is do settlement booking, and the service miner they provide a service, but they both of them they get the top token reward. So based on different model. Yeah. So that's a little different than other project. We have a chain and a service, so they can leverage each other.
Three types of miners. Three types. Of
Miner. Yes, if yeah, and the service provider actually. If you look at the settlement is a service, is another kind of service miner. So yeah, so the communication industry is like a huge volume every day, just like us. So how to handle that is a big challenge. So to address this thing, so we bring the solution is called three-layer design. It includes the main chain and the service chain and the off chain. You can say it's layer 1 and layer 2 solution combined together. The main chain is provided just like a financial settlement, just to do that one. A service chain is like the service logic is more specific for service. So each service has its own service chain. At the bottom is an off chain. We use a state channel. They is handle the frequency transaction between the end to end. So once the session is like finished, so the state channel will be combine the whole result and submit the transaction to service chain. Service chain will create the more transaction from the same user, then combine together, so submitted to main chain to financial settlement. So is this kind of way will be is ideal will be get 100 times faster than single chain. So we call the three-layer ledger. Main chain service. Of course, main chain service chain we also support sharding technology, so they can horizontal scale, support more transaction. So we also is like you mentioned service chain, so like a lot of service chain. Those chain we combine together be more multiple chain architecture. This three-layer network. So everybody will more concerned in like top chain security. So we design three-layer network to protect the chain. Not only the security, but also is for performance layer. We in the top chain have three network. One edge network, second on the middle is routing network, on the bottom is called consensus network. So one client, if client initiates a transaction, the transaction going to edge network, then through the routing network, which is called consensus network. So for end user actually, they don't know where is the consensus node. They just direct contact with the edge network. So edge network will do a lot of security for on the network layer, for example, anti-DDoS. The routing network is doing the we call sync the data between shard between the zone, and also audit the consensus finish in the consensus network. So each layer they have their own function. They together we be in building the top network, top chain network. Yeah. So these are two-layer sharding solution. So to support huge volume, so we have to support horizontal scale. So we're doing the two-layer sharding, which means the top chain, I mean, it not that matter is main chain, service chain, they have similar technology design. So this chain is divided zone. Each zone have multiple shards. So that's called two-layer sharding. So the sharding is based on the account address, but it dynamically is mapping to a different zone, different sharding. Yeah, here is network side design. So from our design, we look at everything is a P2P network. One shard is one P2P network. Multiple shard is comprised of one zone P2P network. Multiple zone comprise to one chain P2P network. So multiple chain has multiple P2P network. So everything is a P2P network, whatever the virtualized or physically. So from all type networks, everything network. So how reach them? How organize them? So we design is called infinity layer network. The network topology is then be hierarchy. We can just say quickly say routable hierarchy network. And we build a smart routing between them because that's very important for routing, especially for decentralized. Because you don't know when or where the node is there. It'll be up or suddenly down. So if we directly connect to node, say is not best. So quality and the speed performance is not best. So we design smart routing. They try to find the best routing path between node to node. For example, let me give you the example. If the China node direct contact India node, most time will be fair. They cannot directly talk to each other. But if it goes through Singapore node, it will be much faster and much stable. But in decentralized network, how to know this is Singapore is a big challenge. On centralized, you can configure. You know your instance, your server is where, so you can configure, can guide them. But decentralized, you must be find them dynamically, adapting the network change. So smart routing is solve this problem, especially for inside the network and between the network routing. Also, we have a smart DNS, smart object, end-to-end encryption. So that's our routable hierarchy network. The concept is like that. Every P2P network can be virtualized one node, and that part of another network. So if you think about a layer by layer, can be constructed in very hierarchy network, it be huge, large scale network. And this kind of design also encourages a commercial group or organization join the network. For example, that's a load balance node. It could be organization, for example, the ABC, they have 100 PC, they can join the top network. They want to use one node. So they combine together, they're using all design, all SDK, now it's a package. So the 100 PC becomes a group. They join the top network as one node. So this node will receive business service and get a reward. But actually behind the node, a lot of PCs there. But this node PC, it does not know by other side. So this design will be with abstract this kind of thing. So encourage individual, corporation, and organization join the network.
So the frontier node is just a single server?
This depends on your organization. You have to use supercomputing or it's just a small computer. That's your decide. But from the overall, on the outside, they just want to say one virtual node there. The virtual node either can provide VPN service or messaging service. That's your choice.
So is that 100 nodes is like randomly gathered together, or it's like organized by?
You can configure. You can configure because
so
actually.
In a more general case, who's gonna maintain the frontier?
The ideally is software SDK can maintain them well, but because the decentralized network actually is not know the back end behind this node. So only it rely on our code or software code. They're running on this PC. So their self-organization, self-select the leader. But if we broke or destroy some node, it's still not work. So no, it's same thing, same design, but just running is inside the organization and in outside organization.
So for the 100 random nodes, they need to come up a way to select a frontier node, right?
Yeah.
That's also part of the
Yes. But just I say you can configure. If you say I force this node, there will be very strong computing storage or CPU. They can be front node. That's okay, but it's your choice because that's inside your organization. Okay.
So may I ask what's the difference between the routable hierarchy node and the classic, the conventional computer network? To me, it's like very similar. What's the difference?
Yes, if you compare the internet, it's very similar, but on the decentralized is totally different. Decentralized usually just a one layer network. You build on the CAD, so each node is joins the one network. Then using the CAD to hop by hop to search them. So we bring the concept of the current internet, the moment decentralized. Yeah, that's a virtualized mesh network. Just as I mentioned at the beginning, so from all top network, every group is network. So VPN have a VPN service network. Storage service network, messaging as well. So all of it is connected by the edge network. So edge actually is like is large number, is the most large number most large number node. So every service network is not a direct contact each other. They always go into the edge. It's like a client or end user. They also directly connect edge network. They don't know what's behind the edge is what VPN service network. They don't know. They just say, I want to go join the network. I want to send a message to somebody. The somebody is called XIP address, not an account address. So all of the thing is handled by the network. The routing to the address resolve. Yeah, so let's stop here. I think maybe I have a technical question here. The next slide is more about our mission.
So since you mentioned that because your infrastructure is actually similar with current internet network, so I want to ask a very straightforward question. So if there is a very trustworthy internet provider, how are you going to compete with them?
I use a big people if they have a lot of nodes in the network.
Yeah, I mean all of the applications you mentioned here are actually can be built on current internet infrastructure.
Yeah, similar.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't see too much advantage after this presentation. Maybe I'm wrong. If you can clarify for me, so as a developer or as a user, of course, as a user, all they want to do is just use the app. So, which one is better than that?
Okay.
But as a developer, that will make a lot of difference, right? So as a developer, we will choose what kind of infrastructure is mature enough and easy to use and easy to build stuff. But so based on your description right now, I feel like as a developer, for me, I need to deal with a lot of
No, everything be handled by SDK. So all of the thing is behind the top network. From the end user develop, we call dev develop. Will be back to the Yeah. So your question is about the app developer. What kind of information they want to get, they how to deal, what things they want to deal. Actually, they just only need to use the API SDK, maybe the marketplace. In most cases, they doesn't need to handle marketplace things. So what we provide SDK, they only include full function. They do not know what the VPN service, what's the edge network, what kind of hierarchy routing. All of a sudden is handled. The SDK, they trigger, they connect to the edge network, then trigger that all of a sudden.
I think the benefit you can get by using top network is one thing is you don't deal with how to deal with the transaction and handle and getting that. Another benefit you can get is decentralization. So you don't have to deal with that.
So I have opposite, so if I use Stripe right now, like I don't need to deal with that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
centralized.
Yeah, that's
So
centralized.
we're talking about,
Well, so this is a controversy, right? So if the service provider is trustworthy,
oh, you are talking about the centralized or decentralized.
I mean centralized, then
It's
basically there is no.
That would be another big topic. So it would be
Yeah.
centralized or decentralized. It's a
Yeah.
huge topic.
I think one of the key things that a lot of these services can centralize can be blocked.
Yeah, that's it.
It's so
Well, for example, in China, probably the Stripe won't work.
But,
Yeah.
but you kind of going almost to the angle too with your routing network. You have some critical nodes that people can just kind of block those. And ideally, you will have enough those top layer nodes so that it's not so difficult to block.
Yes.
But the beauty about blockchain is that it's so distributed that it's harder to block. The more structure you put in, the easier it can
So
when
no
you
one
create
can
it
put it down.
Yeah. So it's a really
Yeah, I think too, right, on VPVN, or what was it called again? The other,
B2VPN.
yeah. So you're also providing like an additional revenue stream, right, to people if they want to like lend out excess bandwidth or something like that.
Yeah, we have provided option in like once you use a VPN app, I mean just a Mac or a PC version. The mobile device is too slow or battery consuming. So the PC or Mac client or B2VPN, where they have the option can turn them into the node, the VPN node in the network. But it's still the user control. They can decide in or not.
How's the user experience? Because one of the key things is that the proof of the relay is that, hey, I'm advertising, I'm going to charge you 1 cent for 10 megabytes of VPN service. But how do you know?
It's in the market, right? It's like a market.
Like you can't say, okay, now it doesn't work very well. Let me switch to another player.
Okay, that's a very good question. It is actually, I can show a little bit of detail here. Yeah, we call actually, I can say, yeah. So the state channel will be, it still is a consensus voice. So it's between the two end user and service provider. They have agreement. What kind of bandwidth already provide, what the content you get, what's the speed. If you disagree, you can disconnect.
But I can't keep trying, right? Because if I want to connect with you just today, and then that means you're not giving me the bandwidth I wanted now to try another one, eventually I find one that's good. That's a very bad usage case, right?
Yeah, that question will be just like maybe we are lucky to meet some node is evil. Every node is evil, but that's from the possibility. I think is very, very low, because there's a huge number. If you have huge number of node in the top network at random, it should not be the situation like you said. But and
The end user doesn't need to choose. Right?
Yeah.
Only choose actually
Yeah.
So how you do your protocol to be more into the product services, right?
it's like so it's more detail about the marketing place. So I just like I said, most people doesn't care marketing place because they're using freight price. Freight price means one make is how much token, top token. So each node, if they can provide this, they register as a VPN node. So the system, I mean decentralized network, they choose them, random choose them. So if we want to get a premium service, maybe you can get, for example, I a huge amount of bandwidth every day consumed. I want use some bigger player, so I want to get a more high quality. So you can choose some service provider.
I understand what the concept. I'm not talking about say, let's say I'm running and you're paying me based on how many packets.
Yeah.
How do we agree upon how many packets I forward?
Yeah. So
I
this.
can claim based on some interface counter.
Yeah.
I forwarded 10 million packets.
Yeah.
Or how do you do that? How do you?
I give you a simple answer, just like a data channel. We have the combine a pool of bandwidth consensus. So the simple idea in like service provider, every 1 megabyte when sent to you and the user, they ask us, say, I already send you 1 meg content. Do you agree? Do you receive? Okay, the client can be denied. It's okay, but I can still continue provide a service. But if we deny too much, this will be the evil client.
So like delivery, you basically say supervisor send you an invoice, say I send you 1 million packet already.
Yeah.
Please pay me.
Yeah.
You can decline it, and then once you decline too often, they're not
Yeah.
going to send you any more packet.
Yeah, we reject the service for you, and you will be in the bad credit list.
So
yeah, reputation will be down.
It's the same first and then bill later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And user can, how do user know that, hey, you charge me 10 million packets, how do I know that?
That's it, SDK handle that. So that's why we provide SDK. It's a wrapper that's a complex thing. Yeah.
There's another, I'm not sure you're aware, there's another project. It also has the so-called pool of relay.
Oh.
That's actually, it doesn't sound very straightforward either. So the idea is that how do you actually prove that how many packets you forward? Yeah. As a node. This is really a decentralized way, not a service provider that you can collect and view people. That's a decentralized way. Let's say you're running just in Siberia, a shop, running a server. How do you prove to the guy that you send out 10 million packets to the right place? You can just dump it in your own hard drive. You claim that you send 10 million packets without forwarding to the right address. So the network is actually the place where this kind of audit and scrutiny happen. And so far, I'm not seeing anybody provide a good way to do that. What you're describing is more like a drawing account or contract accounts, credit-based kind of way. But there's no way to do that in a transactional.
We based on the session base actually another based on each packet. That's too expensive to counting them. They have some unit size because on the community.
Who's right? You could say it's 100 million. I think it's 10 million.
Yeah.
Who's right?
Yeah. The number depends. If there is a huge gap there, so if we use service product, you think there's an evil client, we will deny the service for you again. So you will get lost because I just said for communication industry, actually your messaging of VPN data is very, very cheap. So what do you want to get? You still want to use a VPN, but you just want to gain a little bit of money. You do the evil client.
So in other words, what you're saying is that the stack is so small it doesn't work. It's not worth to play.
No valuable, no valuable for user. Yeah, it's not money. It's 1 cent is money. So you increase that with 1 by 1, it'll be a big number. But then the data,
I think the honest system is based on the reputation. So if you don't mind the reputation damage, you actually can die a lot.
No, I know, but in a centralized way, easily.
Yeah, centralized.
But in the decentralized way, who's the judge? Say the mail is actually a bank.
I think they
how do you use the protocol to address?
I think they don't have a job. It's just like you deny a lot by the honest. So for example, you are a client, then you are denied like 10 times by different kind of honest server. Then you have a bad reputation, and other server will not connect you in the future.
That's based on the transaction, right? To see how many transactions get declined by you. That's what I'm talking about. Is that in your protocol, how do you provide that so that no one can make judgments? Instead, if I have a manual looking to, hey, this guy has declined me 10 times, now I this credit. Or the system actually monitor that and figure out okay, how many transactions are being denied every time between the server and user, so that you can actually optimize that.
But
lower the pressure, so that people increase the chance for this node to be in service. These are the protocol studies. So this will be embedded in the blockchain system.
Actually, yes. To be honest, that question is very good. Very challenging actually. It build a replication system. The technical side is not difficult, but it's just a cost. If you counting audit everyone, there will be a cost for decentralized system. So that's a balance. Yeah, there's a balance. So it depends on business. I mean the service. So we have a precondition is the communication industry. So each day lost or get, you not gain as much money. Just to get some data or lost something. Even the bandwidth is very cheap actually for provider actually. Yeah.
Do you know the delay and the over the network, the node and the relay node, like which path and how much delay you get with each path? Do you know that? Do you measure?
We measure that. So that's why routing the basic data we collect is not as a code is like. So each path we choose, they go in there, they will get feedback. So they know this address will be called XIP address, source at true distance. So how long we get there, how fast, which packet is dropped. So they estimate this path is good or not. Then plus some random. We don't want to use stick on the best one. That still is not secure.
Because you need that for the voice services, right? Like you need the QoS. You need to make sure you can guarantee some level of quality of service if you're voice.
That's very difficult. That's very difficult.
But how do you do the voice service then?
The voice service is, I think it depends on your business model. I mean, service provider model. If some big service provider, okay, I can directly provide the network globally. So whatever you join, they can connect the nearest endpoint, they are network. So we bring the high quality then. That is extremely big player. But in most cases, it's like you connect the edge network. So the edge network try to the best to find the best routing, best stable connection, then hop by hop routing them. So based on our experience, because we use same technology on the centralized Sky VPN and messaging app, voice app. So that is good enough for most users. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, but just simply say what's our mission statement. We want to build a decentralized communication infrastructure for communication or search, social app. Yeah, that's our timeline roadmap. We 2008 Q3 we already launched our testnet. So recently, maybe the next week we launch our testnet 2.0. And this year Q2 we officially launch our top network and a top chain. So just as I mentioned in the beginning, the BitVPN is already ready to roll out. We already developed where, just waiting some good point, good time to announce them. Yes, we want to global advancement program. If somebody interested, we can apply this thing. Yeah, that's it. And a question from online? Oh, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, nobody asking question. Is it good news or bad news? Yes, my English is not good enough to present as a good idea or technique for everybody. So if everybody have a question, they can email us or direct contact Telegram group. Is that Telegram? Yeah, top or my email address. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, coming here. Thank you.
I think more details on your website or GitHub or somewhere about your network.
Source code?
Details.
We have the website. You can access our website and get more detail. But we're not open source right now. Yeah, we were going to release our code on the app. It'll be before nearby the mainnet launch. At that time, we be open maybe the 80% code, and after mainnet launch, maybe 2 months or 3 months, then we all release the 90% open source code. But at the 2019, our code will be open.
What kind of encryption do you use? Is doing end-to-end encryption?
Yeah.
What kind of encryption?
Actually, is AES 256 bits. Yeah. But we have the key exchange protocol, so they not need to leak their public key or private key. They can exchange the key, then make the unique key. I mean, AES key between the two nodes. Then they use the same key, the encryption, decryption.
So the two people, two nodes that are communicating, they share a key that is different from their own public key.
Yeah, it is derived from their public key. Yeah, it's not direct using their public key. So this
so
like
other people cannot see.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, how to close that? I don't know.